Three, two, one, begin the run. But like a normal amount of judgment for the fact I have the memory of like a narcoleptic squirrel. Just like nuts, 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 nap, nuts, what? What was I saying? Oh, your partner comes into town from Florida. Oh, exciting. Are they staying for a long time? We love getting to see the long distance partner. Also, I'm very sorry that they have to spend time in Florida. I hope they're not in the bad parts of Florida. Your weekly therapist appointment, that's all you have planned. Honestly, that's pretty valid plans. That's pretty good plans. I can't judge those. If I did, that would be really rude. But I hope y'all have fun. Regardless. They live in Florida and you live in Texas. I'll be real, neither of those places are places that I would personally want to go right now, but I look like a gay little gremlin, so I get scared of most things. I'm also scared of New York. There's a good part of Florida. I mean, I've heard people at 7. I've heard people say they like Disney. I don't really care for Disney, personally. I don't think Disney is H for me. It's, very, very busy. You know? Alright, let's not lose a run to RNG this time, shall we? It's a secret code. It's a secret to everyone. I mean, it's actually just the number of trees on the island. That's the first puzzle in this game, is go outside and count the trees, because they want you to draw on the map to, like, take notes on how many trees you find. But the answer is always 7. It's hard-coded, so we can just draw 7 and you don't even have to go outside and look around. Who looks at trees? Ugh. People go to parks for fun? Like me? Like me? Yeah, like me. Also, hey, James Swan, how's it going? They make me go outside. They sure try. They don't succeed. But welcome in, and, y'all celebrate, I believe, one of our GDQ hosts, James Swan. Unless there's a different James Swan, and I'm just being a dum-dum, which would be a hilarious coincidence. But only a little embarrassing for me. Game telling me to touch grass? No, I think the touch grass speedrun of this game was, like, instantaneous. Gotcha! Okay, that was quick. I was quick. Nope, ain't you? Okay, now we can say official GGs to James Swan for being a host for GDQ. May I ask, what games are you hosting for? I took too much damage. Okay, now I need to take 1 more damage now. There we go. Beautiful. 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 Because I think I haven't met a lot of the new hosts yet. I talked to, I don't know if it's JR is Junior or if it's Junior is Junior. Either way, incredible username. Because they're gonna be the host for Phantom Hourglass, which, by the way, I did get permission. We're wearing the hideous shirt during the Phantom Hourglass run, so that everybody can, put whatever they want on my shirt within reason, on GDQ main stage. It'll look great. What are the names of the trees? Douglas? Also Douglas. I don't know a lot of types of trees, and I don't actually think most of these are firs. Pepino? Dave? Maple? Yeah. Viola's got it. Mr. Oak. Oh, that's a good idea. Also, welcome in, 𝔟𝔬𝔞𝔱. How's it going? I hope you have a lovely day. Eduardo? Eduardo's a pretty good name. Eduardo's just the name for a lad. Like, what a good lad Eduardo is. The other day, I messaged Glubbers out of nowhere. Such and such is a mad lad, endearing and gender neutral. Also, hey 𝔟𝔬𝔞𝔱, how's it going? Okay, we have to heal again because, we took one too many damage from the keys. Professor Oak? Also, hey Bash Prime, how's it going? What are the other professors? I know one of them's Rowan, right? One of them is Professor Rowan. Is there an Elm? Birch? Birch. Pay to a MSF and donate on that thing. I have concerns, Bash Prime, that will sound like I'm promoting a crypto scam. I don't want to promote it. Please do not donate to MSF with your 𝔟𝔬𝔞𝔱 coin. Please do not have 𝔟𝔬𝔞𝔱 coin. Please donate with whatever currency is legal and easily accessible where you are. Easily accessible asterisk. Money is hard to come by for a lot of people right now, but you know, in theory. Okay, that wasn't a terrible... Is there music playing in the background of stream? There shouldn't be. No longer taking title suggestions. Thank you, Pride. You might be able to hear my fan, which I can turn off. I can't believe Pride decided on our title, and Pride's unilateral title decision was we are no longer taking title suggestions. Well, how are we going? We lost 2 runs to stupid things. It wasn't the fan, there's something else. Is it like doubling the audio or something like that? I don't know what there would be. The stream time, it's very faint and it's unrelated. I'm terrified because there's like legit nobody else home right now. Because my parents went out to dinner with my grandmother, so is it my phone again? I don't think so. My phone is under my booty. But also, hey Leslie, how's it going? Could just be that you're going insane. Well, I hope not. I hope that you are clinging to your sanity for your own sake and also for the sake of Boo. Able to handle the heat wave well? Oh my god, it was so bad. Luckily, the fan I have, that's terrible lines. There we go. The fan I have is actually decently good. If nothing else, when you mute the stream, it goes away. Huh. That's so weird. Because, like... yeah, there's nothing playing out loud that my mic would be picking up, and my mixer is only picking up the game audio and my mic. So you're watching the stream on your phone speakers and you can hear the buzzing sounds. The buzzing sounds? What are the buzzing sounds? I thought we established you can't actually hear the whistling. Only I can hear the whistling. It's also not doing it right now. It only does it sometimes. Because apparently some people hear weird sounds sometimes, and I hear weird sounds coming through my headphones from my current computer setup. And, like, I don't know what causes it, but, like, I've done recordings while my headphones are doing it, and it doesn't get picked up on mic. Also, hey, PM, how's it going? I am not melting. If this run dies, yeah, we'll reset the audio for the capture if it dies. Because, like, I can't think of anything else other than, like, this is pain if I turn on the game audio on the gamepad. It could be whistling. Microphone, what are you doing? Microphone. Like, I'm confused. I'm confused, Dan. Anyway, we'll try resetting my audio setup if this run dies. You've been hearing as well? What is happening? What is happening? You put your ear up. It's it's an electronic buzzing. Apparently, I'm confused. Like, I could... hold on. Hopefully that works. Yeah, it does. Okay. Well, if it's not my fan, we're bringing the fan back. Playing Breath of the Wild on Switch too, and you never noticed how ripped Beetle is? Oh, he carries so much. I would assume that... No, I did not say vacation. I did say vacation. So I used to work with somebody who, 4 times, because I think it was, his favorite nerdy fun fact, and I was the nerd at my place of work, but 4 individual times was like, hey, have you seen the video of somebody who, in Breath of the Wild, got all 4 beetles together? And I was like, nope. Didn't watch it last time, either. Apologies. It's Julian. Whistling for... Oh, is he a tree? Is he a tree? A kettle that's only... I'm so sorry if my audio is being jank. Because I'm not sure what to do about that. Because, like, I can't hear anything. And usually I'm the one who hears the high-pitched noises. Am I a tree? No, I don't think I'm tall enough to be a tree. So many speedrunners are so tall, and I'm not one of them, so, like, I don't think I'm a tree. Maybe I'm a shrub. Like, a pseudowudo? No. Okay, so if other speedrunners are a pseudowudo. If other speedrunners are a pseudowudo, I'm just like a Bonsley. One more! I think I'm the tiny sad tree? What is Bonsley but tiny sad tree? I have a plush somewhere of Bonsley, and the plush they have of Bonsley that they, like, sold, it's like official Nintendo merch, is just Bonsley crying. Which is, like, a little messed up, not gonna lie. But exactly, Anxious. That is the only true depiction of Bonsley. Look at the lad. I love him. I love him. He's just so sad. I mean, if I was a Pokemon, I would probably be a Piplup, except for the fact that I can't swim. Also, hey, Dollamore, how's it going? I can't swim, so I'm not sure if we're, like, personality typing. I feel like maybe I'm secretly not a Piplup and I've been lying this whole time. But, like, I like to think that I'm a Piplup. We are going to heal here. Because we can. I can't swim. I can doggy paddle. I can tread water. I can swim on my back. I cannot swim. That I cannot actually... Yeah, we lost a lot of time there. Unfortunate. Swim is, not really a thing I can do. So, fun fact, my ex in college, was, like, a former, like, ranked competitive swimmer. Like, used to be, like, on, like, nationally ranked swim team in high school. And so, he found out I couldn't swim, and he was like, this cannot stand. We need to teach you to swim. And so, they did have open hours for the pool on campus, and so we showed up for the open hours, but we had an Olympic regulation pool on campus, and fun fact, those tend to be very cold. And I have a metabolic disorder that my body does not cling on to body fat. It, like, burns as many calories as possible, as fast as possible. And so if anyone's gonna get cold, it's gonna be me. So I, like, got there, like, all bathing suited up and ready to go, and, like, he was like, okay, you get acclimated, and I'm gonna go do some laps and warm up. So that was the plan. Gosh darn it. That was the plan, and then he went and warmed up, and he came back to me hanging out, getting acclimated or whatever, and I was like, alright, teach me how to swim. And he's like, no, actually. And I was like, excuse me? And he goes, you're, like, purple? And I was like, yeah, I'm cold, man. What? Are you kidding me? This is so much time loss. There we go. My goodness. Can we bring a run back from this? So yeah, he made me get out of the pool because I was a concerning color. Neat. So the real, like, reason I can't swim, more or less, is kind of that, like, my sibling can swim because I grew up near the Jersey Shore, not the part that has the people painted orange. But when my sibling was, like, very little, my parents put them in swim lessons at, like, a local beach club. And, oh yeah, the water was just, like, freezing because they expect people to be doing, like, Olympic-level workouts in, those pools, and that builds a lot of body heat. So, if you are just, like, casually swimming, you do not nearly need an Olympic regulation swimming pool. But my sibling learned to swim at, like, a local beach club, and then when I was old enough to learn to swim, the local beach club, like, raised their prices ridiculously because they really didn't want us poor people pouring up the area of their fancy beach club anymore. They were kind of done with us, so they absolutely priced, like, they, like, quadrupled the price of a membership trying to get rid of people. So that's why I can't swim, was because we left the beach club. And that was basically, like, all the beach clubs in the area at that point. Also, hey, Stakara, how's it going? Thank you for the luck and the fun. Alright, Blaz. Can we count to 3? Yes, we can, but I can only count to 4. I don't think that had any doubles, which, you know, I'd always like the doubles. Oh, that might not have worked. No, it did! Alright, one more, lad. Oh, come on. That was on me. I went a little too early. Alright. 1, 2, 5. No, 3, sir. 3. Also, hey, Gavin. How's it going? Thank you for the luck. Well, we're not great on time, but it's fine. It's fine. We can recover. Like, somehow we're still ahead. Unfortunate. There's a lot of time saving that split, and we didn't get any of it. We didn't really have public pools. There was, like, a pool club, that my parents, signed my sibling up to continue swim lessons at for, like, one summer, but it was, like, really not good. And there wasn't really, like, we don't have really public pools in the area. It's all clubs. It's all, like, buy a membership type of thing. You know, because it's the beach. And who doesn't want to spend a ton of money to go swimming at the Jersey Shore? Fun fact, the Jersey Shore is disgusting. Like, it's not covered in hypodermic needles. That's not the case. It used to be. It is not anymore. But it is, gray and cold and murky. Like, it's not a pretty beach. Like, this is not the Pacific. This is the Atlantic. Different ocean. Your recollection of learning to swim was that your parents took you to one of many teach your kids to swim pool things around here. And when you were in the pool, you wanted to touch the bottom and then jump back up to the surface. There was a lifeguard about to dive in after you. So I did almost drown once. Because I went to, like, a beach day. And, for a, like, kids' day camp I was in. And they were not watching the kids in the water, and a wave just, like, sloop. And, I just, like, tumbled like a little Tim. Like a little tumbleweed for, like, 4 minutes or so. And, like, finally, like, sort of righted myself. I was, like, 7. And came back to where all the counselors were, and they were like, hey, I thought you were in the water. And I was like, and then I went and I dug a hole. Also, hey TT, how's it going? Recommend against drowning during your beach day. 0 out of 10 activity. Yeah, it's not great. I don't recommend almost drowning. It wasn't fun. It was actually a really traumatic experience. And you know what? I maybe did think about that when I was at the beach in San Diego getting flung out of a kayak. I'm a little bit big enough now, just a little bit big enough, not like actually big enough, but I'm decently big enough to not get knocked over by the babyest tiny waves anymore. But, you know, just started pouring rain there. Oh no. We had the rain here all of last week. It did not stop raining last week. It sucked. And then this week has been 103 degrees. If you had one of the Sonic the Hedgehog bubble shields, you'd totally go swimming more. Swimming is tiring. Swimming is so tiring. I'm not a swimmer. I'm a hot tub person. Like, let me chill by the hot tub. I like the hot tub. Alright, it's time to focus a little bit after this whole thingamajig. You had swimming lessons in 2nd or 3rd grade in school, and in 4th grade, you had ice skating lessons. Aw, lucky. I had to teach myself to ice skate on my own time for, like, basic skating, and then I had on and off actual lessons when I did, like, figure skating, like, as like, an actual hobby. But I had to teach myself. Whenever anybody asks me, like, whenever any of my friends would ask me, how do you, like, learn to figure, or to, like, skate? Because, like, that's the thing that people have the most trouble with ice skating, right? Is just, how do you slide successfully? Like, somebody help me figure this out, and it really is just kind of a confidence thing at some point. You just let go and do it. And because of that, and because of the fact that I'm, like, pretty much self-taught, I could not tell you. How do you start ice skating? You go. Let go of the wall. Don't be scared you'll fall down. You will fall down. I'll fall down too. But just go. No, don't. Well, yes, take care of yourself, but don't just constantly cling to the wall. That's not how you learn to balance. You gotta actually force yourself to do some balancing in order to learn to balance. At least that is how things have worked in my experience. There we go. Like, once you can slide, it's a lot easier to be like, okay, now do this, you know? I think it's much harder to get somebody to, like, let go of the wall for the first time. Also, hey Tofu, how's it going? Hope your day is going well. It's triangle time. Triangle time. Come on, grab your friends. It's time for Triforce. That's the end of my song. That was my song. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't have the confidence to go for that final throw, but I could definitely go for that final throw. Do I naturally face the camera off angle? I mean, the way that I, like, angle my camera is unfortunately, not a stylistic choice. It's out of necessity because, I have to pick up the thing again. It is attached to one of my monitors, and it has to be attached to the shorter monitor, because otherwise I look even more like a child. No, I hit the button. No, not screen settings. I hit the waste time button. So I don't intentionally face my camera in any direction. It's kind of stuck where it is, because my other monitor is very tall. And, would be much sillier looking. So, it kind of just gets a jaunty angle, just like my top hat. Everyone wants to be a triangle? Triangles are the coolest of shapes. Adjust sunglasses. Hold on. I survived the triangle! Everybody wants to ride the triangle. This went on a little too cleanly. This does not feel good on my eyeballs. We are now behind. Can I oh, my. I made it through Weird Mageddon? Something, I think that's a Gravity Falls joke. They look as big as 3D glasses? Okay, so here's the thing. Please observe my face. This is my face without glasses. This is what it looks like. I can see well enough to do a run like this. But the thing about this is that, I got just a lot of cheek real estate. I just got a lot of this is just my bones. That was clean. And so is the map. That's just my bones. So I tend to wear very large glasses and sunglasses to just, you know, use up some of the space. You know. Try to not look like I'm 90% cheekbone. I feel like thin glasses make me, look weird. Cause you go, man, that's a lot of cheekbone. And I'm like, yeah, it is. I'm sorry. I know it makes me look like I'm 12. I think the glasses help a little bit. Hippie fan meetup? It's for you, fan. You're going to Shapeland. Please don't go yet. I'm hot. You gotta help keep me cool first. Also, hey Metroid, how's it going? When the stream is so resolution that you can't make out the aforementioned cheekbones. Oh no. Well, see, that's the thing of glasses help cover it. At least this is like my personal opinion of my face. People are welcome to have different thoughts on my face. It's funny though, because like as a kid I was always told I'd look really bad with glasses, so I better not need glasses when I grow up. And now I have glasses. And people tell me it's kind of cursed when I take them off. So, I just kind of wear them a lot. At in-person events, you will see me not wearing glasses. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Okay, that's good. Let's grab the bomb. We got a full heal there, too? Well, we still got the rat. It's fine. There was another bomb there. What? No. This was bad. No. Really? Okay, this run might be dead. I think this run is dead. I think this run is dead. I'm sad. Another run died to Bomb Garden. Oh, and made me sad because it wasn't even my fault. Let's see how behind we are. 50 rupees. I mean, we didn't actually lose that much time. We could reset. I don't know. What y'all thinking? We're gonna only reset by committee today. We're 14 seconds behind. Reset? No reset? I'm sorry, Pride. If a dog was both dead and incontinent, I'd have a lot of questions. What happened to the dog? Are they okay? No, they're not. They're dead. I mean, technically, everyone's incontinent when dead. Like, yeah, technically, but like, there's bigger problems at that point. They don't put that in the songs? So, the next time I'm singing Toss a Coin to Your Witcher, I should just sing about... No. It's a Game of Thrones reference? Oh, I was not gonna get that. I was not gonna get that. I did not want to stop. No, continue. We go. We go. They never tell you... I mean... Yeah, because nobody really wants to hear about that, usually. Like, usually that's, that'll work. Not the optimal thing to put in a rousing song to rally the troops into the something something toss a coin to your Witcher, O Valley of Plenty. You know what? I'm also not a continent. I'm much smaller than a continent. You gotta believe me, my legs do not stretch for multiple states or countries. Not even the length of Europe. What's the smallest continent? Is it Europe? A peninsula at best. I'm smaller than most continents. True. Australia? Okay, yeah, that sounds correct. I mean, technically it's Oceania. But Oceania is just Australia plus. It's Australia plus, like, 3 tiny islands. I think it's more than 3, but, you know, a few. They got Madagascar. No, they don't. Wait, do they? Is Madagascar off the coast of Australia or Africa? I'm terrible at geography. They got New Zealand, is the important one. I think Madagascar's off the coast of Africa, not Australia. I think I was wrong. Africa, 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 Africa. Yeah, it's like in the same spot as New Zealand, but wrong continent. Hey, yeah, how's it going? Say no to drugs. I don't know what the other islands off the coast of Australia are then. I know they're very small, but also Madagascar is pretty small. Madagascar, is probably larger, though. This makes me wish that GeoGuessr was still good. I used to love GeoGuessr, and then they tried to make it more of a traditional gaming experience and also cost money, and I didn't like it as much. It's not nearly as good anymore. And also, like, definitely not worth the money in my opinion, so... You also have a grudge against Madagascar. That's oddly specific, Nux. Would you like to tell us a story? Would you like to tell us a story about Madagascar? Are we talking about the movie or the country? Also, hey, Monologue, how's it going? Thank you for the luck. Monologue, are you... Ooh, oopsies. Are you ready for GDQ? Because I cannot read the message before that one. Oh, hold on. I'm trying not to actually myrtlate a run. Even though... we only saved 0.3 seconds that split. We definitely could have saved more. Most of it was my fault. All of it was my fault. That guy did not want to get out of the way. He did not. See all the peoples? I am also excited to see all the peoples. I was posting in the Discord because it's maybe gonna be interesting trying to get all the peoples from the airport to the hotel on day 0, but hopefully we'll all make it in one piece. Anyone who played Oh, are we? It's Oh, the opposite of pandemic. Plague Inc? Plague Inc. Plague Inc. Yeah. The one where Madagascar just closes off their airports and shipways immediately, and then you can't infect Madagascar. Right. I never played Plague Inc, but I have played Pandemic. Pandemic is the opposite. Pandemic, you are playing as the CDC. But Plague Inc, you're playing as a virus. But that was one of those things that I, like, watched gameplay of as, a bored, person during actual COVID pandemic. Because it was one of those things where, like, did anybody ever see the Dan Olson video, like the Folding Ideas video of, and I can't figure out why I keep watching this movie. And it was like from the beginning of pandemic, and it was like about trying to convince yourself that like a narrative exists behind these uncertain times, and so everybody engages with like media that's about like widespread illness, and I was like, I could not watch that movie right now, thank you, or ever. But I could go for watching people play Pandemic Legacy for like 14 hours. Wasn't Pandemic the Flash game Plague Inc? Or are there multiple games with the same premise? I assume that Pandemic probably lost its name to Pandemic the board game having a copyright on it if it was like a tiny Flash game. I mean, Pandemic, like the board game, it's not really Bureaucracy Simulator, it's like, I don't know, I like Pandemic. I think it's interesting. It is co-op players v world type of thing. Okay, good. We did not go down to 1 health. Whew! Just a standalone game that came out years after. Plague Inc. was the only one I ever saw, and I saw Game Grumps played at one point for a single day, and they named their illness Free T-shirts. And now, every time I think of Plague Inc., I'm like, oh yes! The dangerous blight of free T-shirts, oh no! Oh no, they have free T-shirts in, I don't know, the Vatican. Also, hey Thunder, how's it going? Flash games were fun? Flash games were fun. I did like Flash games. I was a Flash game enjoyer for a good while. I used to play the daily game on Congregate for a while, and that's how I found a decent amount of the Flash games that I played. I make jokes all the time about the fact that I used to play the, like, Papa's Gameria games, and that, like, technically I did, like, a speed run for one of them. Honestly, hot take, better than any of the Papa's Gameria games was the one about, building weaponry. I think it's called Jack something? What's it called? I always forget. Also, hey Leia, how's it going? It's not jackdaw. Jackdaw's a type of bird. Jacksmith! It got a Steam re-release for Jacksmith? Oh, how expensive is it? Gonna be at GDQ by the 4th of July? I will not. I will actually be traveling on the 5th. I should be into GDQ by, like, 5 p.m. or so on the 5th. Hold on, we're gonna focus. and not succeed because I hit a bomb. Alright, now things get dicey. Whew. Okay, that's not what we wanted. Okay, we're good. Not great. About $6? That was on me. COVID Nimbus variant? I haven't heard of this, but I should probably go get my COVID booster, like, in the next day or two, if I can get one. But I loved Jack Smith. Jack Smith was fun. It was, like, you know, a restaurant management game, but it was about making weaponry and going to war, and then the ending was Castle Crashers. And I played this before I ever saw the ending of Castle Crashers, and then I saw the ending of Castle Crashers, and I went, wait, really? Okay. Okay, we are a little low on health. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. And then I get bullied. No bully me. Cease with you bully. No bully. But I don't want to go down the stairs. Okay, well, we wasted a bunch of time, but... Get your booster while you still can. Yeah. Yeah. I would like to. I know, like, supposedly they're changing how boosters work so that, like, if you're below a certain age requirement, you can't get one at some point, but, like, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. We do not have a shortage on the supply chain at the moment, to my knowledge. So why would we be restricting people's access to, I don't know, the US is... Hey, in related news, Doctors Without Borders. That's why we're raising money for charity. This is not actually a joke, but I can phrase it like one. That's why Doctors Without Borders is important. Yay, MSF! Yeah, yay, MSF! I've spent an entire month, for the most part, doing my best to help raise money for Doctors Without Borders, and we're about to do it a whole lot more intense for 1 week. And then, you know, a bunch of other stuff. Okay, please don't come at me. Please don't come at me, bro. Please don't come at me, bro. He's coming at me, bro. Please don't come at me, bro. Please, please, please. Bippy, I swear to God. Bippy, what is wrong with you? Okay, so... the one time I got COVID, was wild because both me and Pride got COVID at the end of AGDQ 2024, right? And we got 2 different variants. I don't know what variant either of us got, but we did not get the same symptoms at all as each other. And it sucked either way, but it was so weird because we spent so much time, like, together at the event. Yeah, we've definitely, like, got it from different sources, and I'm like, how? And, like, to be fair, a lot of people got COVID that event. Just in general, we were not outliers. I'm just glad that, like, I didn't get COVID until, like, the last day. Like, I didn't show symptoms until I was home already at all. Like, okay, we saved a little bit of time somehow, which is wild because we never save time on that split, but neat. But yeah, the really sucky thing about having whatever brand of COVID pain I got was that it took forever to test negative, even when I had been symptom-free for, like, weeks. And I am a person who does not cope well with being stuck inside. Hey, Cineris, how's it going? So I did not care for that one. We're a little low on health, but that's fine. That's fine. Do we call that GDQ a super spreader? I don't think that enough people got it to be qualified as a super spreader, but a decent number of people did get it. I do not get claustrophobic. Not really. I kind of actually like being in enclosed cozy spaces. Like, I'm very much like a cozy closet person. You know, until I came out of the closet. But, like, I don't like being, like, not able to, like, go for a walk. Like, I need fresh air every day. I need to go for a walk, like, at least bare minimum every other day type of thing. Otherwise, I go crazy. 5, 6. More bombs, please. It's over here. Nice. 2, 3, 4. Not quite the optimal RNG. I need to get my vitamin D. I don't even think it's a sun thing. I think it's like I need air in my lungs. I don't think nearly most people got COVID after that GDQ, so yeah, I don't think it's anywhere close to like a real super spreader event, but that'll put us back in the green. We're gay. I like being gay. It means I'm happy and also like women. And both of these things are true. You feel better in your own energy alone rather than hang out with people. I mean, like, it's not really, like... I'm, like, pretty ambiverted, so, like... I enjoy being with people, but, like... definitely need my own space. Pride Month ends soon? Okay, I am kind of glad that Pride Month ends before GDQ. I don't want to accidentally attend a Pride parade again. I can still take a picture in front of the gay sign in front of the hotel without having to accidentally go to a Pride parade. I didn't enjoy accidentally. Well, like, it wasn't a bad time. It just wasn't ideal, you know? But yeah, I'm pretty ambiverted, but, like, I'm fine with getting most of my social interaction, like, from people online. I don't really feel the particular need to be, like, surrounded by people in person. It's, like, nice to see my friends in person, but, like, GDQ is generally kind of a lot for me, and, like, you know, I'm not, like, a person who's constantly out and about during GDQ. Like, I am kind of in and out of, like, private spaces for most of the event. I try to spend, like, I try to force myself to take advantage of the fact that, like, there's a lot of people around when I can. Yeah, I don't think GDQ has specifically raised charities for, like, an LGBT-centric charity before, mostly just because they have been raising money for Doctors Without Borders and Prevent Cancer Foundation for a long time, and, like, have really strong working relationships, and, like, we have the sort of off-season events now that are, like, affiliated to GDQ, Fatales and Black in a Flash, but obviously Fatales is gonna raise money for causes that more so affect women, and, yo, we're so gay. Black in a Flash is going to raise money for causes that are more so centered around, like, people of color, you know, that they kind of stay on theme. I feel like GDQ could probably, like, would probably get a decent amount of turnout if they decide to do, like, a Pride event. I didn't mean to say nope. I don't want to stretch my legs. I don't want to stretch my legs. You see it as normal flu. It's just, it's been around long enough. Yeah, we're super gay right now. Y'all remember when we were like 15 seconds ahead? Or behind? Now we're 40 seconds ahead? You'd be flattered but a bit embarrassed. Pride, are you going to gay dinner or whatever Glubbers and Asher were talking about? Come here, lad. I'ma hit you with a cannon. I'ma hit you with a cannon. And I wanted to reset. I know. And now we get to the part of the run that I practiced. However, here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's gonna be an issue. Said issue is that, excuse me, there we go. I got really good RNG when I was practicing Ghost Ship earlier, so now I'm gonna get really bad RNG. And that's just how it works. Like every straight passing by person. Listen, Pride, you don't have to call me out like this. You don't have to call me out like this for being super pan. Gay during Pride with Pride? Pride, you should run a stream. Okay, Pride, I'm gonna pitch something for you real quick. I'm gonna pitch you. You should have a charity event on your own Twitch channel at the beginning of every Pride month. Like, first weekend of Pride month, right? First weekend of June, have a charity event called Pride with Pride. And it's just, like, you get some friends to do stuff with you, to stream some fun goodies, and then you, like, raise money for, I don't know, probably not the Trevor Project, because I know the Trevor Project has a lot of overexposure according to some people, and not as good of a track record with a lot of, like, less generic identities. So, I don't know, isn't Rain? I think Rain is a transgender law center? Yeah, that works. Like, you know, just pride causes. Just pride things. The branding writes itself. Like, it could be a one-day event. It could be online. Keep your costs low. Yeah, hashtag just pride things. You can sell merch. You can the merch makes itself. The merch makes itself. Excuse me. He never got distracted by my bait. You make merch that says, just pride things. Yeah, and we have pride in our work. There's so many options. Merch might have a big overhead. No, don't worry. We'll find a way to do it. Stickers count. Stickers count. Cut to me and Pride in a back room, just custom producing stickers. Alright, we're good. We're good. Time to book it. That was not terrible. Not terrible. At all. What am I doing next Friday? What day of the week is next Friday? This is my question. I don't actually know what day of the week is next. Fridge magnets? We could do fridge magnets. July 4th? I don't think I'm doing anything. Other than, Pesh will be here. I don't think we're doing anything specific, but Pesh will be here. We might go hang out with Nux. Hey, turn, lad. Thank you. Cause Pesh's train gets in earlier in the day. And then, you know, 2 days after Canada Day. Oh, Canada, oh, Canada. The biggest power move. Know what the national anthem of Canada is and then sing it to the wrong tune. Well, get me to do an art of your favorite Magic the Gathering card. Which Magic the Gathering card is this? I know what O Canada is. It's O Canada, our home and native land. And then I don't know the rest because why would I barely know my own national anthem. I know that it used to be a drinking song. That's the only thing I really know about it. Okay. Good. That was good. I could look up the card. Alright, we're just gonna book it by him. Okay. He's gonna see us. Alright, whatever. Are you precluded from singing O Canada if you're an immigrant? Are you an immigrant to Canada or the US? Or anywhere else? With glowing hearts, we see... What is this? Oh my gosh, I missed some of them. That was way worse than my usual. Canada is basically Tenenbaum when you think about it. Oh, those are the actual lyrics to O Canada. Listen, so... the game Trombone Champ had, I believe, 3 national anthems as options in it. It had O Canada, the Star Spangled Banner, and God Save the Queen. And, when it came out, I believe, the speed strat for it was to get through the tutorial and then only play God Save the Queen over and over again. and it was the British route. And then they changed the recognition on some of the notes, and then it became faster to do Star Spangled Banner over and over again. It became the American route. And the one time I watched somebody speedrun this, they were doing the American route, and everybody's like, when's the Canadian route? And he's like, no. Oh, Canada's worth no points. We're not doing the Canadian. I'm not playing Oh Canada over and over again. Okay, still saving time. You have an extra copy of her. I mean, if you send me what the art looks like, I can probably see if I can, like, do a mock-up for it. I have my paints out right now. I should do some more real people painting instead of what I have been doing, which is just painting miniatures because it's fun. That was some interesting movement I did right there, and it wasn't fast, but I tried. See, here's the problem with me and Magic the Gathering. It's been a while. It's been a while, but that's okay. Alright, it's time to go yell at a lad. D&D miniatures? Nope. Much less useful. Much less useful. I've been buying, like, little miniature resin kits and doing custom painting on them. I think they're cute. A bunch of them have Hello Kitty on them. I don't even like Hello Kitty that much. I just think that they're cute. They're like miniature foods and stuff. Nope. Frog. There we go. There we go. The French lyrics to O Canada are not actually a translation of the English lyrics. They just have their own lyrics to the same tune. Neat. Alright, we're probably losing a little bit of time because rude frog. Alright. Don't run into the mailbox. Don't do it. Don't do it. Alright, sir. I'm a fan. French! Is my new oh, not yet! I have not planted him yet. I bought a friend. He's supposed to be a low-maintenance strawberry plant. I need to plant him. He needs a name. Y'all, what do I name the low-maintenance strawberry plant? I need to set him up in the background so that we can see if he, A, dies, or B, grows a berry. Big Berry? Or Lil Berry. I love both of these options. I love both of these options. Salvage. Steve. Back to Eduardo. Douglas? I also love strawberries. My parents tried to grow blueberries many, many times and always failed. So we do not have blueberries, but we do have wild raspberries, like, everywhere. I think they're technically salmon berries, but, like, they're raspberries of a sort. But they take over everything. People only tend to sing the first. I mean, nobody sings anything of the Star Spangled Banner because it sucks. Also, hey Brandino, how's it going? You've returned from Japan, and you are now in the great state of New Jersey temporarily. Hi, Brandino. Brandino, have I borrowed your power? Is that how I got 2 gay splits in a row? We're still saving time. That might crash. We're gonna figure it out. Okay, so there's things I don't like about the Star Spangled Banner. But the fact that it's a drinking song is very funny. Like, people make fun of Australian accent, right? Because Australian accent was, like, an accent that incorporated, in theory, I don't actually know if it's true, the supposedly drunken slur, like, not, like, a rude thing to call someone, like, slurring your words together into an accent, which is very funny in theory, but America was like, hold my really terrible Bud Light, I'ma one-up you. What if we made our national anthem a drinking song that nobody can sing? It's a great idea. You successfully homebrewed your 3DS? Yeah, you just pushed some buttons? You did. Raspberries actually freeze really well. It's what we did my entire childhood. You pick just like a ton of raspberries, and then you can't keep them for very long fresh, but you can freeze them, and then you can keep them for like 8 months. As long as, you know, you don't let them like thaw and refreeze. Like, you're pretty darn good. And then you can make, like, delicious smoothies for the next majority of a year. And that was, like, what I grew up with as a kid. And is, like, still kind of like a sort of homey thing to me, is, like, wild raspberries, like, very much feel like home. I hope I moved enough. Yeah, we're good. That was actually really quick. With so many games, Brandino, what did you buy? Give us the haul. Welcome to my TikTok stream. I think that's something that they do on the Tik. What do they do on the TikToks? I never had an issue with specifically raspberries getting freezer burn, but I don't know about other frozen produce. I can't say I've really tried. Got Animal Crossing for the N64. Is that like the one that was before they like remade it or whatever? You'll produce a picture for the Pipcord. Saying the Pipcord makes it sound like it's an aesthetic, like it's cottagecore, but it's Pipcore. And I don't know what Pipcore would be. Just being really small? The original, before they localized it for the GameCube. Right, because they had like Animal Forest and then Animal Forest Plus or whatever. I vaguely know the history. Testing out makeup in a makeup store. I'll be real, I am probably not the best person to ask on that, because a lot of my makeup choices came from not having a ton of options, because I only, like, had access to, like, what was in the on-campus store, and stuff like that, and so I just had to kind of find what worked within that, and, like, I don't really, like, go into a makeup store and just, like, buy things, you know? It's, like, neat. I know a brand of concealer that does not upset my skin, so that's what I buy, and the closest thing they have to my skin tone that day. When I was in college, we did not have, like, on campus, without, like, having a car, we did not have, like, an Ulta or a Sephora. We had the like, on-campus store, which had, like, a tiny makeup department, which did not have a ton of options. And I have since gotten a lot of, like, you know, slightly better quality, because they really only had ELF. To this day, I don't know if it's pronounced ELF or ELF. If anybody does know, please feel free to correct me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Please die. Thank you. Thank you! It's just elf, but it's spelled E.L.F, because if anybody doesn't know what elf is, or ELF, it's eyes, lips, face. It's like a drugstore makeup brand. That it's like pretty, like, the cheapest you can get. Well, that's why Animal Crossing looks very crunchy on the GameCube. I mean, it looked pretty standard to me when I was a kid, but also, like, it was GameCube era. The other option of what to play, other than, Animal Crossing on GameCube, for me as a kid, was... I could go play, what's it called? Pac-Man World 2? Which, hear me out, incredible soundtrack. Also, hey Abby, how's it going? Thank you so much. Why am I going this way? I'd zoned out. Thank you so much for 16 months, though. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a lovely day today. Did you do any of your own speed running today? I think when I woke up I think it was when I woke up this morning, I was like, Abby's live. I should go click on Abby's stream, and then I fell asleep. So, I was a bad little stream viewer. Gotta play that game again? You gotta. It's so good. It's so good, by which I mean, in my memory of it, it was good. I don't know what that actually says about its quality. It might not be that good. Who knows? So anything that's fine powder irritates my skin. So I don't use finishing powder, I don't use blush, I don't use powder eyeshadow, any of that irritates my skin. Oh, GG's, heck yeah. We love to hear it. Alright, hold on, we move with confidence. And we miss. And we miss. Hopefully that worked. If not, we're in trouble. Okay, we only lost 0.2 seconds. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. But yeah, pretty much anything that's a powder irritates my skin. The chalkier it is, the more it irritates my skin, because I am just allergic to chalk. So I don't know if it's like the like type of particulate, or if it's just that it's like too similar to actual chalk and my skin goes, ah, it's the bad stuff, no, and gets really upset. So I don't use anything that's a powder. All of my makeup is like cream or liquid based, which definitely makes picking out makeup a lot easier because it limits your options. It's like being vegetarian and going out for food, that I can at least pick what I want off of a menu pretty quickly because there's two options. Would you like option 1 or option 2? That's it. Okay, let's see if we make it. I don't think we will, but let's see if we make it. We made it! God Cycle is mine! God Cycle is mine! And we sniped a keys. And we sniped that. And we sniped all the keys. I am on fire. Don't put me out. I'm living my best life right now. I didn't clip through the thing, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. I didn't want to clip through that anyway. It's okay. And we clipped through the enemy. Let's go. I'm living. I'm living. Made you itch and gave you a dark spot? Oofies. Yeah, makeup can be kind of scary in that way. I'm glad that, like, I don't have very expensive tastes in makeup. You know, like, most things that are, like, not powder, my skin is fine with, so it's, like, neat. I can have my cheap drugstore makeup. I can cosplay being high maintenance for fun. That's what I want to do. I want to do that. Perfect. You now have Monster Hunter Wilds. Oh, heck yeah. Are you gonna go play it with pride? You gonna go play it, or you gonna watch the Monster Hunter Wilds runs, plural, at GDQ? I still can't believe that there's 2 Monster Hunter Wilds runs. I cannot believe it. So, my mom... this has to do with makeup and not Monster Hunter Wilds, if you couldn't tell by the fact that it started with my mom. My mom took me out the other day because we were trying to find a shade of lipstick to go with my dress because I'm gonna be in my sibling's wedding party. Also, hey, New, how's it going? All of the shades of lipstick I own are, like, these dark sort of, like, statement shades that I am wearing, you know? I own, like, black and purple and navy blue, which is, like, you know, what I like, but this isn't about what I like. This is not about me having attention. This is about my sibling and their partner having attention. So, like... Okay, good, it will go on that line. Good. Like, I had to go out and buy normal people lipstick. I own normal people lipstick now. I don't know how to feel about it. But my mom was like, yeah, you should own this, like, this nudish color. And I'm like, okay, somebody explain the point of nude lipstick to me. I mean, I did ask my sibling if I could, wear a tiny top hat to their wedding. Title secretly a suggestion, or am I not taking title suggestions because the title is not a suggestion? Pride, that's a question for you. You're the one who set the title. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay, not bad. Not good, not bad. But yeah, it was not a thing that my sibling specifically asked for, but, it felt like a nice courtesy to be like, okay, you're letting me wear a tiny top hat to your wedding? The least I can do is not also be going black lipstick. As much as I would like to, and if we take photos somewhere else, we're so gay. If we take some photos somewhere else, I'm gonna be so gay. But if we take photos somewhere else, I might just be like, I'm gonna have both of these lipsticks on me so that I can be wearing the black for, like, you know, photos that are just, like, a couple of people, you know? Also, hey, John, how's it going? Okay, that didn't dizzy me. I thought that was gonna. I thought it was gonna. Yeah, cool title suggestion. You will keep it to yourself. I mean, we could still hear it. We would still love to hear your cool title suggestion. Even if we're not taking suggestions. This run has 3 gay splits in it. Wow, the power of practice. As we were saying in Jim's chat earlier, I hate it when practice works. Because it means I should probably be practicing. You're just feeling goofy? Oh, heck yeah. We've been gay 3 times this run. Hello, 𝔟𝔬𝔞𝔱. Oh, come now. Come now. Oh, hey, Breathtaking. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Hold on, we're fighting Jolene, and she's being mean. Jolene, she's mean. Oh, I forgot the extra Jolene again. Jolene, she's mean. Please don't take my line back. Ew, practice. How's it going, breathtaking? Yes, it's a gay split because, one of the options on Live Split is to make your best segments flash in rainbow colors. When I first started streaming, I was like, sure, whatever, and I put that on because, you know what, I never loved the Glotters, joke much anyway. So, I put it on and I was like, yo, look, I'm so gay. My rainbows. Actually, a great night, yo. Love to hear it. We love to hear that things are going great. I feel like so often it's, how are things going? Okay. We love to hear things are going great. We're vibing. I practiced this a bunch today. It kind of worked out. I was going to do a bunch of voice recording, for the video project I'm working on, and, then... Hi, I'm a host with vocal dysphoria, so I heard my voice in a single recording and I went, hell no! Oh, it's like over here somewhere. It was like right there. We're going, head-on collision. What segments am I hosting for GDQ? I'm hosting for 2 segments. I'm hosting for Tuesday night, Pseudo Regalia, and, with Wilbun, and, M and Dawn are doing Archipelago Sonic Adventure 2 Emerald Hunt. So that'll be my first shift, and then my second shift is kind of a grab bag of things on Friday morning. Like stupid early in the morning. Really? There we go. So it's gonna be, I believe it starts with, somebody could check the schedule for me on this, but it starts with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Arcade. I believe that's the first one. And then it goes through Spelunky. And it's just like a bunch of little runs. I know Lumina Rush is in there, which should be really cool because it's the dev. The dev speedruns the game he made. Like, what a power move. You know? The dev speedruns the game he made. Oh. Hey, Crane! How's it going? Thank you so much for 20 months. You are already muted. Go fast. This is all. Thank you for the support. Crane, I appreciate you. Enjoy your muted time. And also, hey, Dranzir, how's it going? Thank you so much for 7 months. Y'all with the resub day? Is it cheating? I don't know. It might not be because he makes the rules. Like, at the very least, it's a power move. Okay, we got... No! They could patch in new speed tech. They sure could. Ah, Pingus! But, like, that's... should be pretty neat. We've got Sonic Heroes in there, which is a bid war between either Chaotix or Sonic. I know I'm hoping for Chaotix because it's Charmy B. But the runner really wants Sonic to win, and I can't complain about Sonic either, because, listen, Sonic has one of the best voice lines on their team, which is Knuckles continually going, "Shit, rock!" Which, what does that sound like? Nintendo put this in a video game. Nintendo put this in a video game. To be as good of a host as me, but you did not bring hors d'oeuvres. Oh, see, that's the first step to being a GDQ host is hors d'oeuvres. Okay, so technically Nintendo didn't put it in the video game. Nintendo just approved it for use on their consoles, because technically Sonic Team made Sonic Heroes? I don't know. Whoever wins, we're gonna get to do Sonic Heroes, which is pretty good. It's pretty great. Okay, we've had one Iki so far, and it was kind of just an unfortunate happenstance. I could not be in... So, GDQ has a couple of different setups. The practice room, like, unless they're, like, really tight for space, you do not have to be actively practicing the speed run to be in the practice room. Also, thank you so much, Breathtaking, for gifting a sub to the community. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support, and congrats on the top hat. Also, hey, Zelly! Thank you for Ghost Ship. But thank you so much for the generosity. You got a lurk. Enjoy DBZ night. And thank you for the luck as well. But so they have the practice room you can kind of do casual gaming in as well. Like I've definitely, like, I've never had a run into GDQ. The practice room is not restricted for just people who have a run coming up. There's private practice rooms for that. You can just go in and practice anything. You can go in, people go in and play Smash Brothers and stuff like that as well. Which is like, yeah, you're not supposed to do that, but you can. But there is also a casual gaming room usually. It's usually nearby somewhere where you're supposed to do things like that. Usually the only difference between them is that the practice room has the World 9 desk and is bigger. And those are things people generally like. So, and like at the AGDQ hotel, they are like, I think technically one and the same because it's just that big of a room. But yeah, people do Smash Bros, Mario Kart, like, we've done a bunch of Skyward Sword Randomizer, both co-op and, like, you know, races casually. Like, is that casual? Technically not. Like, we're going fast, but it's a casual pickup race of Skyward Sword Randomizer. We did so many Skyward Sword Randomizer Remlets races at one GDQ event during, like, right before Remlets, right? We're so gay today? What is happening? We did, like, so many rando races, and it was me, Pride, Momo, and Jim, and, yeah, no, every single one we finished in order. It was Jim, then me, then Momo, then Pride. It was just order of experience, like, literally. Every single race. I don't think there was a single one that was different. Gay Ikis? Yeah, our Ikis were super gay. I'm trying to be better about being close up for this section, because here is where I have to actually respond to things. This is not a great phase. Don't knock it back and forth again. Okay, we hit green. Okay, we're going for yellow. Okay, we hit green and yellow. Who's up? Yellow? Jesus, that was wild. Okay. We want to hit green. But blue is starting. Give me a volley. Aw, darn it. Well, at least that one was fast. If we're gonna get an extra one, it might as well be fast, you know? Okay. Down to one. Now we have to have a little bit of distance. Okay, whew, that was scary. That was also scary. Okay, come here. Come here, lad. Okay, we missed that one. That was not great. Okay. Not the best, but absolutely not the worst. We're still saving a bit of time. Saving a bit of time. When is Link's cross-country tennis gonna happen? When Link gets in better shape. Like, come on. He looks like a 10-year-old. 10-year-olds can't play tennis. Honestly. He's really got to work on it. I was really sad with myself earlier because for some reason I decided that tennis hero. I decided that I was going to try to do planks again, and I haven't done planks in a while, and I was like, man, why can I forgot how many cutscenes there are there. Why can I only do like a minute and a half of planks? I used to be able to do like 4 minutes. But that's what happens when you don't do something. Also, hey Barkeem and hey Samuel, how's it going? That hopefully is fine for our line. What's Toon Link's height? That I do not know. 10-year-old? I think 10-year-old. Did I wear my fake mustache? Was that illegal? 2'11"? Is that official Nintendo lore? Is Link that short? Okay, we're super off. That's definitely not gonna work. Yeah, no, my line was just too far into the corner. Link? Scoot your boat! This is time laws. Move the boat! Move the boat, sir. Do it. Do it. Oh, cause he, wait, does that mean I'm 2 feet tall? Cause I only have 2 feet. At my size, was I supposed to have 5 of them? If so, gross. I don't even want 2 of these things. I have to have 5? Ugh. What about 0? Would he be over or under 4'9"? Probably under. I would guess under. Oh, I made a mistake. That would be my assumption. A sword. Samus is 6'3" in armor. Oh my goodness. She got 6 whole feet. I mean, to be fair, I also am taller in heels. Does Samus's armor have built-in heels? Because if so, that's a power move. And that's like my kind of power move. That is my kind of power move. I would love. They do? Yes. Like, I think Zero Suit Samus has some kind of heel, right? Smash Brothers is in the Toy Story universe. That makes sense for, at the very least, the, like, original Smash Brothers. Because, like, the original Smash Brothers, they were all, like, toys coming to life, you know? That's okay. We don't need health where we're going. That's a lie, we do. How many bombs do I have? Enough. The answer is enough? Her feet aren't even in the suit's feet, so the whole thing is a heel, kinda. So it's just, like, massive platforms. Yo. That's a power move. There was a bounty hunter in the depths of space. And I'm not gonna recite the rest of the lyrics because I'm not supposed to swear on the internet. Thank you for the luck, Samuel. Good luck on the monster hunting. I hope it goes well. Alright, everyone. It is time. It's time for the run to get real. This is what I wanted to get more practice on earlier, but I had to get my file back there, and I kind of just got distracted practicing a bunch of other stuff. So that's okay. We got some practice in, and FedEx is the trick that matters, right? FedEx, we're the trick that counts. Mandatory audience participation. Oh wait, wrong game. I mean, mandatory audience participation is usually not the scariest part of Skyward Sword. It's scary just because it's at the end of the run, but like, 𝔟𝔬𝔞𝔱 3.2 is like way scarier than G3 Escape in actuality. It's way more difficult. It's way more precise. 𝔟𝔬𝔞 3 Escape, like, is annoying to teach to people because, like, I know I had a period of time when learning it, where this was the case, and I think everyone else I have interacted with has had a period of time of learning it where this is the case, where you're just like, okay, but what am I doing wrong? My slashies aren't fast enough. And the answer is, slash faster, idiot. And like, that's so easy to say. That's not easy to do. Oh, excuse me? What? Link! What was this? Why would you do this? Link. All I can think to do is improv just a little bit. Because this wasn't great. Do I? I do. I got the small key. Alright. That was bad, but our improv wasn't terrible. So we can do this. But yeah, it's like slashing faster for 𝔟𝔬𝔞 3 Escape is like its own weird skill of, it's like, well, yeah, but if I slash faster, I desync. And it's like, yeah, just don't move your hand as much. And that sounds so easy to say to someone. It's not easy to do. Enjoy family time, Pride. Enjoy Texas, question mark. Did I know that the Doom guy is Link? Yo. Both don't speak, both fight demons, both are left-handed, and both have a messed up timeline. Oh, is that all it takes to be Link? Neat. How messed up of a timeline is required for officially having a messed up timeline, right? I have to do this trick. That was wrong. There we go. All right, neat, neat, neat. That works. He might see me, but we don't care. Also, hey Glovers, how's it going? You will ban anyone who commits tax evasion. No, no, no. We learned last stream. It's called tax awesomeness. I did the thing again where I'm too slow on that. For having just practiced this segment, the segment's going awesome. In hopes of catching a tax awesomer. Don't worry, Zelly's also been hunting for them. I assume that's Final Fantasy, but my brain was like, yeah, you have Frame Fatales precons. These guys, they make no sense. That snipe should have worked, and that one shouldn't have. Why are we... Sir, I'm at such low health. I'm 2 minutes ahead. I want to be 2 minutes ahead. Oh, there's health there. We're just gonna grab it. Good, good. You're missing a Glovers, are you bringing an active magic deck to GDQ? Are y'all arranging to play the real Magic the Gathering? Oh my god. With like actual decks? You're bringing 2 technically? Yo, that's enough to bring one for another person. I don't know why, but my brain just went to like, you have his and her sinks or his and her closets, and then you have a his and her magic decks. I don't know why. How different is speedrunning Wind Waker on Switch 2 versus HD? So Wind Waker, I haven't done it, so I can't tell you a ton of detail, but Wind Waker on Switch 2 is actually Wind Waker SD, not HD. So it's gonna be more similar to running Wind Waker SD. All of the tricks still work with the exception of anything that requires the Tingle Tuner, because they did not take my advice and make the Tingle Tuner into a stupid app on your phone. They should've. It would have been funny. Keep the Tingle Tuner. But other than that, it's pretty similar, with the only other big exceptions I've heard of is, for some reason, unbuffered manual super swim is easier. I didn't hear why, I just heard that that's the case. And I also heard that the input lag is awful. So that is the differences I have heard. Also, potentially load times might be different. I'd assume load times are different. Would make sense if they were. There we go. Aww! Visual rendering delay. Yeah, so same outcome, different input. The thing, it's got hashtag emulator issues. Truly fascinating. Yeah, how did they not learn from the emulators that they had on Switch for the N64 games? So unbuffered MSS isn't really, like, frame perfect. It's worse than frame perfect, as many things actually are. It's, like, technically you lose a lot of speed, if you do something wrong. But, like, it's not actually frame perfect. It's got a lot more quirks than just press this button on this frame, you know? As it turns out, press this button on this frame is sometimes not that bad. Okay, that did go. Okay, we're good. Okay, we got our snipe. Alright, bomb time. You two come with me, please. Pick up triangle. We got this. We're doing our best right now, alright? We're doing our best. Whole lot easier than throttle your joystick for a minute. Like, you know, I think Skyward Sword, I had like a really skewed perspective on what a frame perfect trick is like. I know I've talked about this with Glubbers a bunch. Sorry, Glubbers. But I had like a really skewed perspective of like how difficult a frame perfect trick should be, because the tightest frame window that you have in Skyward Sword is Wing Ceremony Cutscene Skip, which is 2 frames. Which, you know, as a slightly more experienced speedrunner now, I will tell you, is harder than a frame perfect trick. How does that make sense? It's cues. It's cues and stuff. The lack of cues and, like, what you are responding to matters a lot. Like, yeah, it's horribly awkward. It's got a lot of its own unique problems. Yeah, the fact that it's punishing, like, there's a lot of things wrong with Wing Ceremony Cutscene Skip. Alright, we lost a little less than 30 seconds. Yeah, like, storage is, like, 40 times easier than, Wing Ceremony Cutscene Skip with 2 frame-specific inputs, and, one of them is actually frame perfect. So much easier. So much easier. So, like, frame perfect? It's only frame perfect. Don't worry. Unbuffered manual super swim. What happened here? Why are you like this, unbuffered manual super swim? Unbuffered manual super swim is a physically demanding trick because you need to... Hold on, I actually have to focus for a second, actually. Let's focus. Okay, he went to a good spot. Oh, we're so good. We're gonna book it away. I'm gonna do this the coward method. Can we actually hit? Thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Is it Buffer? Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs to the community. That's really kind and generous of you. Thank you so much for paying it forward. That is so nice. But GG's to everybody who got a free top hat, and thank you so much for your generosity. And for helping me celebrate doing the hard trick. That's legitimately one of the harder tricks in this area. Don't worry, it's not the hardest one yet. We're coming up on that one. Get him. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We can be dizzy. But I hope you're having a lovely day, and thank you so much for the generosity. We might be a little bit off, and they might see me. Oh no, they didn't. We're good. It's also not a problem if they do. Because, yep, that's fine that he does that there. It's kind of a toss-up whether or not he sees me there. There we go. Perfect. This was a really decent room, actually. There we go. Alright. It's do or die time. FedEx trick. We either save a bunch of time or we don't. Oh, he wasn't close enough. There we go. Alright. Ooh, goodness. Don't worry, we'll make that work. Deal with you trying a mill strat? Hey, milling is a legitimate tactic. Got him. We want to keep him pinned till we get both of those out of there. Now, because I'm a coward, I'm gonna swap back to Boomerang. Swap back to Bow. We got plenty of arrows. Also, hey Fangles, how's it going? Delete Blue from the game. I think there are many people who would agree with you on that one. Alright. He's gonna turn around. We're gonna do this the slow and careful way. There we go. Pin that guy one more time. Okay. We're getting there. We're good! Delivery saved. Your package is out for delivery. And I'm not allowed to chill because we go straight from one of the hardest splits in the game to one of the hardest splits in the game, but it's okay. It is okay. We got this. Excited about GDQ? Yes. I'm very excited about GDQ. I'm excited to see my friends again. I'm excited to hang out with my friends. I'm excited to host for my friends. I'm excited to make new friends. Like, there's just a lot of friendship in my brain. Yo. Yay. We're gay at logistics, and that's the power of practice. Excited to make new enemies. Excited to introduce my friends to my new enemies. Excited to make new frenemies. You know, there's like a lot to do. Gay logistics? Gay logistics. It's like XPO, except with a whole lot more letters. Maybe? Enemies? Spare the sympathy. Everybody wants to be my enemy. I think I did the words to that song backwards. You will spritz the enemies. Ah. This is a fair punishment, for they were enemies. And they were roommates. Alright. Now is when the run gets real. You think being 2 minutes ahead, we're gonna play it a little bit safe. You would think being 2 minutes ahead would safely set me up for the rest of the run, right? But wrong. Because we have to do Jank Split. And if anybody's never seen Jank Split, we're gonna have to explain this on GDQ main stage. And it's gonna be really, really fun, actually. I'm like so looking forward to getting to explain the jank on GDQ main stage. Alright, am I far enough south that they don't see me? Yeah, I think I am. Nice. We're taking that extra time loss just to skip the pirates, because I'm so tired of losing time on this split to dying, which is just RNG. You've never seen Jank Split? Well, welcome to Jank Split. So we're gonna do a trick called a warp displacement. in order to skip the Regal Necklace. The Regal Necklace is gonna despawn the water spout that's on one map north from us. And we don't want to have to despawn it. That takes a bunch of time and requires going to a whole extra island. So first thing we're gonna need is all of our warp points for the rest of the run. So we need to go get 2 golden frogs, which is what I'm doing right now. We get the one by the Frost Island, and then we get the one that's north from here. And ideally, we don't want to take any damage because we are going to encounter some pirates before we get to 𝔟𝔬𝔞𝔱, and whether or not pirates deal you damage is kind of RNG. We are waiting for our frog. There we go. Perfect. Do we like the golden frogs? Well, we like them enough that they make this route work, but we hit them with a cannon, so your mileage may vary. But that's one of our warps. So what we're gonna try to do is use the warp slate so that it triggers the mini cyclone to warp us away on the same frame that we enter a mini cyclone. And we do that with some janky setups, but it is still frame-perfect radial entry. So without much help, we just kind of have to push a button on the frame that you enter a radius around a specific point, and that is a radius you cannot see. So we're gonna do our best to figure that one out. I haven't practiced this trick lately as much as I would like, but that is okay. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna see what we can do. But the first thing we have to do is land at the Isle of Gusts, because for whatever reason, we're gonna make it use some things it's not expecting to use as coordinates Oh right, pirates. I need to be shooting you. I forgot about you. There we go. Those mini cyclones are the ones we want. But for whatever reason, what island you have visited last affects the outcome. So we're gonna visit the Isle of Gusts just to set our most recent island. Set sail again. Hit save. Don't hit quit. Do a little setup with 2 styluses to try to normalize our position. The waves are pretty high. That's probably a frame early. So okay, we can retry it. I think that's a frame early. We'll give it its time to play out and show us that's a frame early. Yeah, that was a frame early. Don't worry, we got this. That's why we saved, so we can retry it. We can retry it. And it just puts us right back here. I don't like that line. There we go. That's kind of big waves. That looks better. It still might be a frame early. I'm really not sure on that one. We're good! Second try, that's alright. Alright. So you can tell by the fact that it didn't do the cyclone animation, the game is weird right now. I cannot sail, I can only warp cyclone. But by warping there, I'm now out of bounds, and now I can try to fix my warp location by doing it again. And instead of putting me where I'm supposed to go, it's gonna continue to put me out of bounds. Hold on. Did I mention that this trick is kind of jank? Sometimes this happens. What? This this is a new one, actually. We're not actually where we're supposed to go, though. Oh, there we go. Now, in order to disactivate warp displacement, we just have to open the salvage arm, and that turns off warp displacement and gives us the ability to ride the boat. Okay, so got some bad jank that extended our janky times, but it did do the thing it was supposed to do, which is warp us to the origin of the map, which is on the inside of the reef, and thus dump us right in front of the next island. This has never happened before. Hey, Adam, how's it going? Thank you for the luck. Yeah, no, that one was weird. I've never had it warp me to, inbounds, but, not where we're supposed to be going before, and I was about to reset it, and I was like, wait a minute, we're still not where we're supposed to be according to the game, so that means I still have warp displacement. Like, it didn't actually warp me where it wanted me to go. Fascinating. I mean, Dolmar, that was me for a long time. I just checked in on Zelda games every once in a while because, I liked the tricks. And then I started watching a bunch of Zelda games. Excuse me? You didn't fling me out on time. And, as it turns out, speedrunning Zeldas? Pretty fun. Highly recommend it. Excuse me. Link, why did you... This hasn't been great like management. I'm sorry, rupee-like management. I mean, that's been one of the fun things about doing the 4 Heart Pieces project. I have, that was a bad boulder placement. I learned today something about how Link Between Worlds works. And I don't know a whole ton about how Link Between Worlds works. It was fun to learn something. And to honestly learn that there's not as many differences between all of the Zelda games as you ever think there is. But I absolutely love nonsense tricks, and this late in the run is where things get even nonsensier and even trickier. So, yeah, but the big tornado and the little tornado are very silly together. They do silly things together. And warp displacement is weird, and nobody really knows what coordinates it's grabbing, just that it's, oh, oopsies, I counted wrong. It's counting, or it's using the wrong ones, and we figured out how to force it to give us the location we want. Like, it would probably take somebody, excuse me, having some very deep insight into the code to figure out what it's trying to do and why it, like, warps you to different locations based on how many times you do the warp and stuff like that. Alright. We exactly matched PB. Neat. I would like at least one more heart. I'm very much looking forward to, like, Shasta getting to show off that trick on GDQ main stage, because what a flashy and absurd trick, you know? What a silly trick. What a silly goose. And, like, also, we're about to get the run's about to get cracked wide open because we're about to pick up the hammer, and the hammer breaks things. The hammer just breaks things. We love the hammer. We're gonna go pick up a hammer, and then we're gonna go break, 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 and break all the things. The second half of this run is a glitchy nightmare, and I love it. I wish the first half of this run had more glitchy nightmare elements. I love me some glitchy nightmare elements. Hammer does hammer things, hammer does do hammer things. The hammer does hammer things, but very importantly, the hammer, for whatever reason, is not wielded by Link. It's wielded by 𝔟𝔬𝔞𝔱, my fairy, which makes it a ranged weapon that can press switches. Which, why did they make it this? It's so broken. But I'm glad they made it this, because again, it's so broken. But we gotta get there first, so. We're gonna grab some health along the way. Excuse me, pushy. Yeah, whoever came up with the idea for fairy with hammer, excellent idea. Very funny, very cute. She does hammer things. Honestly, I want to say it's less than a week until this run on GDQ main stage. Just barely. Because isn't it on Thursday morning? So that means, y'all, a week from now, we're gonna get to show all this off on GDQ main stage. Oh no, no, it's not less than a week. You're correct. How many days is it? I thought it was Thursday morning, which means that it's, oh, less than 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks. I forgot about an entire week in there. I just didn't want to. Fairy with a hammer is your favorite Discworld book. Valid choice, honestly. Valid choice. Okay, so it's exactly 2 weeks until this gets shown off. Listen, I got excited for GDQ and I forgot how numbers work. It happens to the best of us. You also don't want to be right in the water. Don't want to experience another week. Very valid. Very valid. Alright, we're gonna pick up that, do bombs, pick up more bombs, throw a bomb. Alright. Now is the thing I have to remember, because for this room, ideally we want to have Boomerang out. But also, hey, Living Noise, how's it going? We're going to be sure to not mess this up. We need to have bombs out before we save and quit. It's important. Ignoring numbers to make things happen faster is a very GDQ thing to do. It sure is. Alright, we need to put down a bomb very quickly. Ooh, the keys got spicy and we still made it. We are trying to catch a cycle right now, which we have done. You have to reset the room if you don't catch the cycle because it's faster than going for the next viable cycle. The next viable cycle sucks, so. You wish this shit was less than a week? I wish it was less than a week. It would be so fun. I want to go get milkshakes with my friends. It's been really hot lately. I want milkshakes. We can go to that weird milkshake place we found last time that had cream-flavored milkshakes. That was so weird. Lubbers, I don't think you... Did you go to the creamery place? I don't know if you did, but it was weird because we were just convinced that we needed to go to a place that had milkshakes. That was all we needed. Like, we didn't care how far we were driving for the milkshakes. There we go. Close enough. Can you join for milkshakes? I mean, I think the plan might have been to go get milkshakes, like, immediately after we get there, so, probably yes. Considering you'll be getting there. Oh, we broke a loading zone. Alright, it's hammer time. There wasn't room in the car when passing you by with milkshakes. I think that might have been the time when we went with Crane, and that is true. There was not room in the car. We had crammed 3 people over 6 foot into Pride's tiny car, and then me and Momo. Alright, let us do some hair tricks. So, hammer time. That wall's not real. It is real, I just went over it. Excuse me. There we go. Oh, well, I guess we're getting more arrows now. That's okay. This also normalizes our position and lets us grab another pot of arrows, because this trick is annoying. I say as I get it first try. I feel like a golden god! We clipped an arrow through a door. Don't worry about it. And we pushy, we pull out hammer. We just skipped half the dungeon. We're not going back to do the other half the dungeon. So we deloaded the door. And shot an arrow, and then moved our camera after we'd already shot the arrow to deload the door, so that the arrow phases through for the couple of frames that the door is deloaded before it loads back in. So we could shoot an arrow through a door. Which, thankfully is the only part of this run where we use that strat, because that strat's really annoying because I have to use my left hand as a stylus. I'm like using my left thumbnail as a stylus, and fun fact, my left thumbnail is wider than the tip of a pen. This is just a fun fact about my thumb. Link, pick up the key. What you doing there? That was a nice jump, but... Alright. Got there. I would have liked some hearts, but okay. We've got key. There's hearts in the next room. We got this. We've got this. There's a burrito food truck near your friend's house where you stay during SGQ and you can't wait to devour one of them. Do they have vegetarian options? I do, like, there's select things I miss from the old SGDQ hotel in, also, hey Twy, how's it going? In, Bloomington, but, one of them is the taco place that was, like, right next to it. They had really good vegetarian options. It was good. As a California vegetarian, oh yeah, the California's got hella vegetarian options. Alright, time for the best boss. That's not actually the RNG I wanted, but that is because it takes longer before his head starts swiveling too much. Ooh. I kind of would like to hit him from behind anyway to keep him still. Excellent. Excellent. Perfect. Okay. Not actually perfect, but fine. But yeah, I'm vegetarian for medical reasons, so I literally, my body cannot processed meat or fish. So, hold on, we got bombs. Lovely. So, I always have to find the vegetarian options. I hate being picky. It's like the doom of anyone with dietary restrictions is I'm like, no, I actually really dislike being seen as like a picky eater because I'm not picky. I just don't want to be in the hospital. You know? I want to go enjoy GDQ. I want to be able to get to my shifts. I don't want to be sick. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry we always have to worry about if I can eat things or not. Alright, we lost a little bit of time still. How good was this split in my PB? Which isn't even my actual PB. But we are still ahead of my actual PB. My actual PB was the one that got interrupted and the footage is funky. But my actual PB is only like 30 seconds better than my leaderboard PB, which is the one I'm comparing against. So we are still ahead. Which, being ahead this late in the run feels pretty good, not gonna lie. Because now, since we have the hammer, we get to just go break a bunch of dungeons. And that's pretty much the rest of the run. We do have to do every dungeon. You were gluten-free most of last year because you thought you needed it. That was rough. Oh, yeah. My sibling's partner developed a gluten intolerance in the last, like, couple of years. Yeah, no, gluten is really rough to avoid because, yeah, gluten-free things are super hit or miss. And, like, so many of them are bad. And gluten's in everything. Everything has wheat in it. There's just wheat in everything. Are HGQ and SGQ always in the same places? Not in actuality, but they usually kind of are in the same places for a while. So SGDQ has been in Minneapolis for years and years and years at this point. Like, SGDQ's been kind of setting up shop, but we did change hotels. I believe before pandemic, we were at the current hotel. And then a little bit before pandemic, they were gonna do renovations on the current hotel, and so we had to leave the current hotel and we went to the Bloomington location, which is like just outside Minneapolis. And then once they finished the renovations, we were able to go back. Also, hey Disposable, how's it going? I'm doing pretty well. We're almost a minute ahead, 2.5 hours into a run, so I'll take it. I hope you're doing well tonight. But SGDQ's kind of set up shop quite a bit. AGDQ has fluctuated a lot more. Wait, that missed me. That's some terrible RNG as well. Unfortunate. Like, we did not enough damage there. Please stop spinning. Alright, that's... Oh no, he's got one hit left. That's awful RNG. Please? Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, sir. What? You turn around. Turn your big butt around. This is so slow. Chef's hat! It is chef's hat time. Hold on. Over here, you dingus. Oh my goodness. That was so bad. It was so bad. I go offering you chili powder at last black tie IHOP. Aiko does keep chili powder on her person. Mikuyama's mom's basement. It's true. Though there might be a few too many people now. We are the chef. Yes, chef. But yeah, AGDQ has moved around quite a bit. AGDQ for a while was in the DC area, and then they thought they found a permanent home. For AGDQ 2020, they went to Florida. It was like less than a day's drive from Disney, which people really liked. The hotel really liked us. I say us, even though I wasn't there. Like, the hotel really liked GDQ and, like, had a bunch of really nice amenities. People really liked the location and the weather, and it was great. And, like, Florida in January is, like, a nice temperature. And then, Florida did Florida things. And, hear me out. About the most supportive of GDQ I've ever been in all of its decisions has been when they publicly said, yeah, we don't agree with the fact that Florida's being bad, and, left Florida at great personal expense. So, yeah, GDQ completely left Florida for that reason, and, had one event online as a result because they had not acquired a hotel that was, suitable yet. Yeah, they definitely made the right call. And then, they were looking for where to go after that, and they went to Pittsburgh, which is where it's been the past 2 events. It's been in, like, downtown Pittsburgh, which, is not the greatest temperature-wise. It has a lot of really good food options. I really like the food options. It's a really pretty location. The actual stream area in Pittsburgh is very, very nice. The rest of the hotel, by the way, the hammer broken. We just skipped an entire island. The rest of the hotel, could be better. Could be better. Really the biggest thing, to my knowledge, with the fact that GDQ left Florida, like, one of the biggest reasons why, GDQ was like, no, we're gone, is that, AGDQ, like, AGDQ and SGDQ both, raise money for medical causes. Also, hey Wombat, how's it going? Might be going to Toronto Pride on Sunday. Yo, have fun. I hope it is an enjoyable event. That's okay. There we go. I hope you're doing well today. But both AGDQ and SGDQ raise money for medical causes. AGDQ raises money for PCF, and SGDQ raises money for Doctors Without Borders. Both of these are, like, companies that employ medical professionals. You can't tell an event affiliated very closely with medical professionals that we're not allowed to mask. That we're not allowed to require masking. In 2022, for an in-person event. So, yeah, GDQ, I'm definitely on their side of that. I think that they made the correct call. We left. And, like, for all of the hit or miss that the Pittsburgh location has been, I will deal with the transparent bathroom doors if it means that we're not in Florida. You know? Alright, that one, that one. Woo! Ooh, bombs. Alright, and we put him in a good spot. Excuse me. Not what I wanted. There we go. In his crab-eating bib. You know, as a person... Oh no, we're losing so much time. Really? I don't know what I did so poorly there that lost a lot of time, but like, okay. Alright. We can definitely save time on this split. We're gonna see if we can do... It wasn't that good. If I remember correctly, it really wasn't. We're gonna try to do the pro strat. And we didn't do it, so we have to murder them. You got like one shot at that. Or else they come to murder you and you have to kill them. Also, hi Sparky, how's it going? It's hydration time. Casually just speed run with one hand. I always do this. I always forget how far into the middle of the room he is. And we go whoop. And now we have bomb chews, and bomb chews, fun fact, are also broken. No, hold on. There we go. That's where we want it. There we go. Make him dizzy for like half a frame there. Murder the Henoxes. Yeah, Florida is, not my favorite place to be at the moment. I have nothing against people who are in Florida. I disagree with, several of the political views held by their management. And, you know, as a person who looks like a gay little gremlin, I do worry about, going places where that's generally not very welcome. And there are some scary parts of Florida at the moment. I think you're fine going to Disney, though. Disney might be a heartless corporation, but generally a safe enough location. Alright, there we go. You do not live there now. You have Boo. That's the important part of life. You don't need Florida. Alright. Time for another silly boss fight. Because we skipped most of that dungeon. If Boston got a turn for hosting, I heard people talking about wanting it to be in Arizona, which I'm like, that's great. It would be way less expensive for all of my West Coast friends, and way more expensive for me. So, there are pluses and minuses. 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. And we need to get you out of the way. And we're gonna immediately try to murder the little buddy. Okay, he's gonna do the slow thing. 2, 3. 3, 4, 5. And bomb chew in mouth. I was trying to slash the heart while I was stuck there. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Stabby you, so I don't get stabbied. Excellent. Also, hey, Randall, how's it going? West Coast, Best Coast. I was talking about being a gay little gremlin at Disney, and when you came back, I was still talking about being a gay little gremlin. Well, now I'm talking about being a gay little gremlin at Disney. The park. Also, I want to ride the triangle. Can I ride the triangle? Am I tall enough? I have heels. I'd like to... GDQ Vancouver. The only thing I know of in Canada is, Out of Bounds Toronto. We have so many bombs? Okay, that should be good for a C-cycle. I'm gonna save the bomb by leading him over here. Okay, nice 2-cycle. There we go. Don't know if GEQ would be comfortable with folks re-entering the country. Yeah, that might be... That's also just a lot in general when, like, you know, the people who are used to being able to go to GDQ are very East Coast based, or East Coast, US based. I'm East Coast based. Not everyone attending GDQ is. Are very US based. You do have to worry about the fact that, like, even, like, a lot of people in the US who don't have to worry about the idea of re-entering the country right now, which is kind of a scary prospect for a lot of people. You do have to worry about if people own a passport, which is, in the US, quite expensive. Excellent. And, like, you know, you'd be kind of alienating the people who are used to going to every event, which would be a very difficult thing to sort of handle. It would be nice if, like, you know, GDQ could host other events in other countries, but there are also, like, you know, local groups that do host other speedrunning events, just a lot of them aren't as big. I know Speedons is pretty big. That's in France. Out of Bounds Toronto is not very big. Could I get an exclamation point Goron quiz, by the way? Zelia's got it. Thank you. Alright. 6, ship 14. First question. He's looking at a ship. Next question. 14. Next question. The answer will be 6. Question 4 is 4, yellow 6. Wait, no, I did this again. I forgot to fix my notes. That there's 2 ones where the option is 4. 6. I have to do this again. Come on, quiz. 14. Children is 6. There are 6 children. He's looking at a ship. Alright. 4, yellow 6. 6. 746. 7. 3 rocks, chest, or 4 Gorons. 4 Gorons. Yes. That's some silly time loss right there, but that's okay. You accidentally did the real one. Glovers, you were trying to meme too hard. We do actually have to do the Goron quiz, and we have to pass it because it normalizes our flags. I need to put a note in my stuff to not do that in the future. I'll do it when I update Bips. When I remember to update Bips. That's the problem, is that I end stream and then I'm like, well, I'm EP. And I forget that there's stuff I wanted to do after stream. Oop, not that one. Around and down. There we go. Ciella's the one who brought the confetti. I like to think she's the one who threw it. I need to teach Bippy to take notes. I do. Alright, let's do a square, which is actually a W, by the way. Most events will have to do a lot of virtual. Yeah, and like, I know there's a lot of people who were really sad when GDQ went back in person and were like, we shouldn't be going back in person because virtual makes a lot of opportunities for a lot of runners who, for financial reasons, for distance reasons, can't go to in-person GDQ. And it's like, yes, that's true, but also, like, generally speaking, it's a very different vibe of event, and there are still online-only events, you know? It's not like there will never be online-only events again, because GDQ was all of them, and GDQ stopped doing that. Did we miss one? Oh no, we didn't. Okay, it was just the map wasn't updating again. We're gonna take some more damage here because I was too busy looking backwards. But that's okay. Why did he say course set, let's go? The course has been set, lad. Alright. There we go. We've done it. Lanaroos was remote at this past Zeldathon. I think Lanaroos has been, like, remote at a decent number of them. Oh, Lana's remote at this upcoming GDQ. Like, shoutouts to Lana for, it's super competitive to get one of the online host spots because so many people can submit and, like, can audition to be an online host, even if they cannot come in person. And, Lana got the only online host slot, with a online... I did not mean to say no. What is wrong with me? Yes. With a online backup host who's, like, essentially, like, shadowing her shift, because it has been the case for the past couple of events that, like, all of the online hosts have just been previous hosts because it's so competitive. They haven't had new online hosts. Like, I think the last, like, couple that they had were Pride, who is obviously not a first-time host, Nicole Goodnight, who's been doing this way longer than I have, and now Lana. And it's like, okay, we'll let somebody shadow at least, but it's just, like, so competitive. The thing that's really hard, is that, like, the online runs tend not to do as well in terms of viewership and in terms of money raised, and it's like, this is an event for charity, and, like, they do have to worry about stuff like that. Especially for, like, a lot of the, like, larger things, people like having the real crowd in the background, like, hyping things up. So, like, it is nice when they do things that wouldn't really work in person using online runners. It's you! You're a uke! Book him! You're a uke! You're a uke! Yeah, and, like, I definitely, like, I get it as well. Like, I love having the real crowd out there. I love being able to talk to the crowd. One of my favorite things that, like, I immediately figured out that you can do as a host when you have, like, you know, a shift where you have a lot of people in the in-person crowd. So usually something that's a little bit more, like, prime time. A lot of what you, like, wind up doing, at least from my perspective, is, like, I don't like to yell. I don't want to yell. You might notice that literally every time I have to read a donation that's in all caps, I, like, am kind of salty about it. I kind of play it up for funnies, but I'm kind of salty about it, and then I go, thank you for making me shout, because I don't like to yell on host mic. I like to take care of my voice, and one of the things that I love about having a big in-person crowd is that I'm like, crowd, can I get a hype? And people are just like, oh yes, yes host. You can get as many hypes as you want. Alright, we got that. Get me some bombs. And the last two. Not again! Why did I do this again? I'm losing so much time on this segment. I just want a good run. Please. Alright, RNG time. Bad RNG? What? Excuse me? I got the good RNG finally, and it just went no. What? That was so weird. Yeah, like, all you have to do to, like, engage with the GDQ crowd as a host is just ask nicely. Literally, it's, like, so easy. You just ask nicely, and they go, yeah, okay. No, I didn't want that. That's not what I want either. I was trying to call the boomerang back, and I accidentally let it go because I realized I messed up. We're losing so much time this split. I swear I've done this same mistake in some variant so many times, though, because I realized I was too far to the side, and it was going to bonk on the way back. 1, 2, 3, and over. This skips, like, the entirety of the next room, so, yeah, we're gonna do it. Also, hey, Pichu, how's it going? Thank you for the congrats on the title suggestions being no suggestions. We have no more suggestions. I did really like the bluey hooray. It's just so wholesome. It's so wholesome. And, like, I got on mic, whatever event that was. I want to say it was the event I hosted for TPR. I got on mic and everybody's doing the bluey hooray, and I had completely missed the bluey run. And so I was like, I don't know the cadence that I'm supposed to be reading hooray with. And so I just kind of generically started going, hooray! And, like, hoping that was correct. And then afterwards people were like, oh yeah, it's the driest hooray you've ever heard. And I was like, oh, for realsies. I was so sure I'd messed up. Alright. No, I tried so hard. I literally tried so hard on that guy. Apparently I need to practice my late game, which is, like, unsurprising. See, that's what's supposed to happen, is you throw it out, and cuts, I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Okay, I think we only have one bomb, which is unfortunate, but yeah, we do. It's like way over here. Dude, stop it. Throw. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we lost so much time. Oh my god. Oh, we're gonna try to bring it back. I don't know how I messed up so bad. It's okay. Had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, I'm still kind of ahead. It's okay. We're gonna figure it out. I don't mind that I'm at low health. Because we're gonna heal. We're gonna heal. Still slightly freezing. Dude, would you like some heat? The East Coast is like stupid hot right now. Today was not too bad where I am, but the East Coast is like a little bit on fire. Ah yes, my half-hearted singing skills. Like, we could do better. It's now time for one of my favorite rooms in the game, because this is the room where you use every item in the speedrun. There we go. The singing top hat with a puppet. That makes it sound like it's gonna be like that Jackbox game. Is it just You Don't Know Jack? Also, hello! Welcome in, y'all! Hey, Coco! Thanks so much for the raid. You are just in time for a frame-perfect trick. Not a hard one, don't worry. Also, hey, DTMP! Hello, Phazon! I hope y'all are doing well tonight. Hold on one second, because I kinda got it. There we go. And now we are in a very specific spot, and we clip that out of bounds. Bomb chew camera lock. Ooh, first try tappies. Let's go. Get our way. Oh. What, Link? We're fine. We're fine? We're fine. But welcome in, y'all. What were y'all up to today? We're just breaking things. Don't even worry about it. There we go. Perfect. You ask if you, so I haven't received any of the host applications yet. I'm receiving everything once the application is closed, just for ease. Like, I'm getting everything at once, is the current plan. So, I have not heard anything yet. I will hear it soon, though, because, it's going to be closing real soon. If anybody would like to volunteer for hosting or any other position at RAF, that form, I believe, closes specifically for hosts. I believe closes on the 30th, I think. And I'm doing our hosting decisions for this event. Which is very exciting. I haven't done host coordination in a while, so it should be fun. Worth a shot. I do not have a volunteer command, but it is in my Discord. I hit that lad, don't go up there, in the butt. Where would find this forum? It is in the Discord. Hey, Glubbers, are you still there? Hey, thank you! Look at Glubbers. Excellent. What a good mod. We're gonna grab a tiny bit of safety health. How's the run doing? Well, it was doing a lot better before I made a bunch of mistakes that split. Don't worry. We're working on it. That's not it, you don't think. That's a spreadsheet. Glubbers. Glubbers. Glubbers tried. Alright. Y'all are just in time for 𝔟𝔬𝔞𝔱. What would we do without Glubbers? Good question. Alright, we got 2 snaps on the red head. Let's see what head gives us better RNG. Oh, so far it's blue. Blue's at 1, red's at 2. Oh. Blue is at 1, red's at 3, but that's pretty good RNG so far. We get Sploosh. This is where they got the idea for Sploosh Kaboom from. Ignore that that game came out first and that this is a direct sequel to it. And what the hell? And boop. Alright. Come on, Blue. No snappies. Well, you have to give me one snappy. But one snappy. One's enough. No 2 snappies? Aw. Red, how could you do this to me? I mean, Blue. Red's like, don't you get us confused. I'm the good one. I lost count of who's ahead. I think they might be even, actually. But I missed, what were y'all up to? Because I was, doing a trick or something. And now I'm just fighting ice. Big, scary ice. Also, hey, Anwar, how's it going? Tide? Thank you for the confirmation. Alright, they're gonna do the thing now. And now we count more snappies. 1. Ooh, good RNG indeed. Oh, I messed it up. I did it in the wrong order. 2, 3, worst RNG. It's okay. Just raft practice? Heck yeah. They showed nothing. What was this developer commentary for? The pro wrestler... I'm assuming that's Al Snow, but I read it as AI show for a second. Like, I assume that's a lowercase L and not a capital I. But I was like, yo, do they have AI-powered wrestling? That sounds awful, but they could. Right, snap. Man, red is winning at being good RNG today. Alright, and now we just have 1 hit left on blue. And blue did not feel like continuing to have a good RNG. He comes out and yells, "What does everybody want?" And the crowd would yell, "Head?" He knows what he's doing. Oh, we lost so much more time. How did I lose so much more time? Like, I know I made a tiny mistake, but I should not have lost nearly that much time. We're gonna be behind, which kind of sucks because we're behind by 0.7 seconds. Listen, I'm here for it. It reminds me of the first time I ever hosted for Lady Arcado's Super Showcase. I hosted for their finale, and their finale, the fall on bad RNG, yeah, probably. And also, I did make that one mistake, which was a little costly. It shouldn't have been that costly, though. But I hosted for their finale for the first ever Lady Arcado's Super Showcase, which their finale was somebody, it wasn't really a speed run, it was somebody doing a like custom battle setup in Femme Fatality Wrestling. It was like WWE Femme Fatality Wrestling or something like that. And they had this whole bit that I was supposed to be taking notes on how to be a good wrestler, and then at some point I was supposed to get called away. Like, I knew when it was coming that it was like, okay, go get called away, and I was like, oh no, I have to go, I'm being told I need to go be somewhere. And then I would go be somewhere, and then I muted myself and just sat there. Well, they had a depiction of me be one of the wrestlers, and it was completely RNG who won each match. There was no scripting it, because apparently there is a way to script it, and it's broken, or at least it was on that version of the game that they were running. I don't know if they fixed it by now. But it's broken, so you couldn't actually script the match. Sometimes the person that you scripted to win would lose. And so they had a version of me up there, as, like, one of the fighters, and we had no idea if it was gonna win or lose, and it absolutely destroyed. Oh, I forgot. I need to actually get mail. Like, the version of me won, and then I was supposed to run back, trying to sound, like, all out of breath, like I just did something really strenuous. That's my name. But, it was, a wild experience. It was really fun. I'm sure the footage of it is still online. We had no idea. And, like, I am actually just, like, the least capable of hurting anything. I had to kill a couple ants today, and it was awful. I hated having to kill an ant. I wanted to apologize to the ant. Like, I am definitely not a person to be in WWE. I can't watch WWE. It makes me go, owie. But apparently an AI version of me can win at it. Make a modern deck that utterly sucks and is full of proxies. Is it an expensive version of Suckitude? Or is it a cheap version of Suckitude? Or is it a succotash? That's a food, I think. I don't know what it is. Playing Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer. Was that for the Out of Bounds Toronto? Because I know, I think the only run I actually caught in that was Abby's run, but I was really glad I caught it. It was very silly. There were a lot of great outfits. Alright, yes, he's in the wooden box. I know. Face me, coward. Excuse me? You're supposed to do the other attack. Have you considered that I have a hammer and you do not have a sword anymore? This is kind of an optimal place to end this fight. Yeah, because it just instantly spawned. Sir? Just how cartoonishly big is this hammer? Hilariously big, variable in size, and also carried by a fairy. It's adorable. Also, hey Pumpkin, how's it going? How is the evening? I had a good run and then lost a bunch of time, unfortunately, but don't worry, we're finishing it anyway. We might be able to save a little bit of time left. That Jolene was pretty good. I'm sorry, I didn't sing yet. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I remembered all 4 Jolenes. Aren't you proud of me? Okay, I read that as you got rice for a second. It's like, oh yeah, I got rice. And I was gonna be like, heck yeah. We did have 4 gay splits. We can't really argue with our 4 gay splits. Like, not a bad run at all. We had 4 gay splits. 5? Did we have 5? I need to go check after this how many gay splits we had. Don't get the mailbox. What nice things did you get? You also have rice? Did you om-nom some rice? I wish I had some rice right now. I think I might be, going and snacking on leftovers after I finish this run. I think that's my plan. Is to go chomp some leftovers. Currently making rice. Can I have some? I mean, I'm wearing the chef's hat. I should be making rice. I'll see them later. Pumpkin got more guinea pigs. Chibi was pregnant. What? No. Pumpkin said nice things, not nice creatures. I didn't talk to him this time. I remembered you don't talk to him, you run away, which is always the thing I have the hardest time with. Okay, we're ahead again. We did it! Oh, that was so scary when we were behind for a moment there. Whew. Hoo-wee. I'm so glad I don't live in that reality anymore. Alright, final Linebeck conversation, and then we enter the victory lap for realsies. And I'm gonna try to not accidentally do the wrong movement, which is how I always lose little bits of time in the victory lap, because we do the same dungeon so many times, and the victory lap is the one with the most different movement because we have a full set of stuff, you know? We got so much stuff. Exactly 3 minutes. I reject your reality and substitute my own. Exactly. Something something quack, damn you. Is it damn you or damn it? I don't remember. It's one or the other. These are, old jokes about, what's it called? Mythbusters that we were doing. I should have gone to the other side before I picked this up. I have to wait for the platform to move over. It is damn you? Heck yeah. I loved Mythbusters. What's the best episode of Mythbusters, and why is the correct answer Down Like a Lead Balloon? I'm so nostalgic for Down Like a Lead Balloon. Alright, we are not going the other way. We are going this way. We'll chuck this, pull out our bomb chew. Pick him up again. Perfect. Spent a Saturday playing WoW and watching Mythbusters. It was a good day. I mean, I've never played WoW, but the watching Mythbusters part sounds incredible. Alright, we just bring this little guy right on up here. Get that guy around a corner. Perfect, perfect. Drop our square. Can I... Yes, I can. Can I, get the lad with the snipe of the key was the question, and the answer was yes. Because now we really don't have to worry about them anymore. Except I picked up the... Stop trying to... Link. I think he was having an issue because the triangle was in the way of putting the square in the square hole. Anything in my hands is a weapon. Fear me. I have a square. I'm trying my best, but everything goes in the square hole, right? That's how this works? Alright, bring down the spikes. Pushy, pushy. Splat! Hey, remember when we had to do that really scary trick to get this key the first time? The second time you just, hit him with a boulder. And then go whoop. And cross here. Bomb this wall. Because we need to get into the inner ring. We do not care about anybody seeing me at this point until you're going to peanut butter and lose it? Was that a new workout regimen? Oh, are you on Atkins? No, I'm on peanut butter and lose it. Atkins is a diet thing, right? Apologies if I might be a little bit distracted. No, it was a Tumblr style humor. Ah. See, this is where I reveal my roots as having never been a Tumblr girl, which is wild because everybody thinks that I was a Tumblr girl. And, like, I'm aware that I look like I should have been a Tumblr girl. Like, this is what you assume that, like, you know, a Tumblr girl who grew up looks like, and it's just not true. Alright. Grabby. 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 And no FedExing required. I have a Tumblr humor vibe. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I don't even know what a Tumblr... Is it because I used to read Homestuck? Do the teens like Homestuck? The answer is not really anymore. That they're not really that into it at the moment. However, they really were for a while there. The teens were really into Homestuck. Do the teens like Homestuck? Yes. Alright, this is the section where I always manage to lose much time. Only a little bit of improv. Let's go! This was not the future you expected for yourself. Listen, I was very briefly a Homestuck teen. And then it got to the part that, like, people were really excited for, and I got bored. And, like, I started to realize that they just kept adding things. They never answered anything. And that the writing was, like, continually going down in quality. And that I'm allowed to have enjoyed that one moment in the existence of Homestuck without having to enjoy everything that is Homestuck. Because in actuality, what is this Homestuck that you speak of? Homestuck is a webcomic made by an individual dude originally named Andrew Hussey, and it used to be updated pretty frequently, and it was just a very, very long webcomic that was very, very lol random humor at times. It had a couple of... my goodness. I had a couple of decent things, like decent moments, but overall, I do not recommend it, and it was too long for its own good. And, like, it's not aged very well, and they tried to make a Homestuck 2, and it involved some things that, like, I would not even mention on my stream. Also, the Schlurpy Boy is back. Here comes the Schlurpy Boy. Yeah. not my proudest moment to have been interested in Homestuck for like a bit. Anyway, oh, let's talk about retro webcomics, and by let's, I mean, everybody else will have to do it for me, because I'm gonna fight a Schlurpy boy. Get back here, sir. Get back here, sir. Alright, that was a decent phase 1. We don't have any room for mistakes currently, so an arrow drop would be preferable, but not necessarily required. Back here. Excellent. No more grapple. Must we put your friends on the stairs? Oh, come on. I thought he'd leave that one open for longer. Okay, got 2 snipes in there. Now I need an arrow drop. And that was not it. As I'm short by 1 arrow, unfortunately, and I'm waiting for the side open. Arrows! We got it. We should not need another one. He is so into these staircase gremlins today. Oh, that wasn't open. I thought it was. That's what I get for trying to do things I cannot. Ooh, more arrows. Game's just like, I heard you like arrows? I heard you like arrows, man? You want some? Oh, just off. Okay, we know what post it's gonna be. We have maxed out arrows. My goodness. Nice. Nice snipe. Also, hey Ryan, how's it going? Thank you for the luck. Yeah, we've got, what, 6 gay splits this run? 5 or 6? Something like that? 5 or 6. And, this probably will not be a gay split, but I would say 6 gay splits is a pretty good way to celebrate Pride Month. Alright. 6 by your count. We will double check at the end, but I'm willing to believe you. Backside has never steered me wrong. Excuse me? Okay, we're probably gonna have to take 3 cycles because that... It just wanted to eat my inputs for everything. Yep. 1 more. Unfortunate. Literally had 1 health left! You're kidding me! Ah! Okay. Blorp? Alright. Lost a couple seconds. Only 5 though. The scary part is that my PB has a really good Bellum boat. And Bellum boat is not an easy split, so Wish me luck. There's a lot of RNG at play. This has been a pretty decent clean out so far. I say that and suddenly I can't target. The lock-on in this game is sometimes bad. It's sometimes so bad. No, I would like to tank the damage so that I can't take that much damage. Okay, we are taking an extra cycle. The game just said we were. Can we get closer to the boat, man? Lineback, work with me, okay? I want you to get possessed by a boat too, but you gotta work with me on it. Why are we on the side that has nothing on it? Like, yes, I took out one of the middle stems. Also, welcome in, Trevor. I hope you're having a lovely day. I hope you enjoy your time in chat. We are ahead, but we are losing time because Lineback decided we are losing time. This is the end of the run, and it is very scary. Please just hit the eyeballs. There we go. All right. We have a chance. Turn faster. Boat faster, sir. All right. Here we go. We have a decent amount of health, which is good. Means we can tank some damage and can tolerate some mistakes. But first of all, spinny, 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 spinny. Hey, Pingus! Look at the top screen! Woof! Whoa! Thanks, 𝔟𝔬𝔞𝔱. He got me! Alright, one down. Time for a Phantom Sphere. You want to push him over to the edge so that he can't do that. Alright. That's two. Pingus, take it! You tried to be sassy and I said no. One more. And that's why we push him to the edge, so he is predictable in his movements. Alright. Now RNG time. Okay, that was a really good cycle. Waiting. Okay, we got him still? Possibly one more. Bad RNG. Ow. That's okay. That's why we have extra health.